I'm not really the type of person, and I never really thought that I would be in a case where I would want to show people my day to day life or like my internal world. So that brings me to the question of why am I making this channel in the first place? Like, honestly, we don't need to just be watching people fake their lives 24/7, like that's all just the things that people really want to show the world. But the real value and like the real way that you can impact people's lives is by showing your struggles, by showing how you overcome them. I came to the conclusion that everybody really wants the final version of life. Everybody wants to portray themselves as having reached this final version of life. But the real value is being able to see someone building. What good is it to you if I were to just be flashing all the money I got in my bank account over to you in your face? Well, first of all, I don't really got too much. I'm trying to build towards it. And it's like, we got to start somewhere. There's so many answers to so many questions. And just by seeing how other people have overcome their struggles in this life that we live, the ability to dream has literally just become diminished. And there's so many reasons for that. It's very easy to fall into the trap of feeling like you have to just survive. You have to survive and you can't really chase what's on your heart. It's extremely difficult because it probably means the world to you. And so I bet the feeling of giving up on that is probably tragic. The feeling of feeling like you are no longer that person that can achieve those things is probably tragic. And the reality is that it's simply not the case. We all have the ability to grow. We all have the ability to transcend the level of what we are right now and enter into another level where we are truly whole. It's so easy to just fall into the trap of feeling like I'm stuck. I'm stuck and I have to continue walking on this line just to survive, just to meet means end. And there's not really much else I can do because it feels impossible. But the question I want you to ask is, does it feel impossible or does it feel uncomfortable? And I think it's important for us to just come back to our roots of humanity that is meant to create, that is meant to transcend and just meant to be one of a kind. I come to these conclusions from just multiple different walks of life. I was born in Far Rockaway, Queens. I got exposed to a lot of things very early. But it's interesting because being in that environment, it makes you feel as though opportunities are literally impossible to come by. The access of knowledge is even just blocked off from you when you're not exposed to the circles that um, are kind of sharing this information between each other. The whole system is obviously flawed. It makes it really, really, really hard to dream. It seemed as though we were blocked off from an entire portion of the world and an entire experience set. It made me at least feel as though that wasn't for me. I was always capable. You always think that you need more of this, you need more of that in order to even start, but the journey starts when you say it starts. When you sit down with yourself and you say, this is the moment where I'm going to change my life, and you stand on that. I had this aha moment where I was like, okay, wow, like I'm blessed to be in these positions. I'm blessed to have these experiences. I've worked on Wall Street. I've modeled with brands such as Under Armour, like Nautica, Costco, Hollister. I've been in these beautiful, wonderful rooms with incredible people, incredible minds, and I've been able to just soak up all this knowledge. And so it came to me where I was like, why not share this with the world? Why not document this process of me building towards this life that I want to live, this life of freedom, but this life of discipline, this life of execution, this life where I genuinely make an impact. There are probably other people that are building as well. There's probably other people that are trying to change themselves and change the world as we know it. That journey sometimes becomes a journey where you feel like no one really understands you or no one really gets what it is that you're trying to create. However, even if we don't understand, just know that we, or at least there are some of us that are still trying. that are still dreaming, going through the process no matter what it takes, no matter how hard it gets, no matter how much we feel like we can't do it. And we tell ourselves that we're going to do it anyways. That process of overcoming yourself, becoming that person that you need to become in order to reach all of your goals. That process, I feel, just needs to be shared a little bit more. As I'm going about this journey of life, I hope that I can let a few people watch it as well and just have the opportunity to think about what they want to build for themselves. If they already know what they want to build for themselves, then chase it alongside me. Even though we're working towards different things, let's keep on working. I'm hoping that this channel becomes a channel full of dreamers, full of people that genuinely want more for themselves, I guess. It's obviously going to be a journey to learn how to become disciplined, to manage that ambitious nature, to deal with the perfectionism. And so going forward, I'm going to push myself to be posting at least once a week, sharing content about growth, discipline, faith, and I guess building. And I make sure that we had great amounts of elements of my personal life. You know, we're gonna make sure that fashion's documented. We're gonna make sure that finance is documented. We're gonna make sure that business is documented. We're gonna make sure that learning is documented. We're gonna make sure that the entire process of becoming is documented. And so I appreciate you guys joining me on this journey. And without further ado, let's change the world.